What's up, Houston? Welcome to Who Do You Know, the show that brings you the who's who of Houston. Today, I am very honored and privileged to have my guests be who they are. Little backstory on them. They're part of the reason why I decided to have my own show, Who Do You Know? I don't even remember how long ago it was, but I remember hearing about this show called the Caffeinated Show. And I was just getting into real estate and trying to get my bearings and figure out who's who of the real estate industry. Right. And kept hearing about these two women, pardon me, that had their own show, and everybody kept telling me, you need to know who they are. Well, I finally got around to meeting them in person, but I actually already knew Kim from Orange Theory, if I'm not mistaken.
I think WCR.
Okay.
And I was going to Orange Theory.
You were going to Orange Theory, so I think that was the initial connection, but then also I met you at the Junior League for an event there.
Yes.
And then your show was already actively going on at that time. Right. And then closer to Runway Houston, the show that I produce twice a year, I would ask if you guys would have some of my designer guests. And then that's when I met you.
Right, yeah.
So anyway, thanks for being my guest on the show. Kind of reversal of the roles here.
Yeah, I know. It's nice.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thanks for having us and for going back to what you said. Thank you for having us, and we are honored that you have us on on your show, and we love to see what you're doing, and we absolutely just wish you the best of luck and encourage you. I think you're doing an amazing job. We love everything about your show and what it's bringing to Houston. So
I think it's really we're flattered that when we get the feedback like what you told us, it inspires us to keep moving on too with our show and to keep bringing good content to people.
Well, I watch your show and just to see where it was to where it's at now. I mean, I could definitely see the progression, and I hope that I will progress as gracefully as you guys have. And it's exciting because I know you guys bring in people in the community, and it's not just a boring show, and that's what I want to do with this side of it on my end, and have interesting people, and people, if they don't already know you, need to know you guys. So tell me a little bit about the Caffeinated Show.
Well,
how do we get started?
We love it. Let's see. The first thing you should know about the Caffeinated Show, it was named because we have a passion for coffee. And Kim and I have been in real estate together for a while now in separate areas. I've been in lending, she's been in home warranty. So we would always get together to discuss business and events and how to, grow our businesses.
Help each other.
And just have coffee together. So it just kind of progressed. It was just a natural thing that truly took a life of its own after Harvey. After Harvey, our clients kept asking us lots of questions, and we said, why don't we just go live and answer some of those questions? And then we realized we did it like the next week, and then we did it again, and then we got it.
Snowballed.
It just kind of snowballed. People, luckily we have a great marketing guy too who reached out. It was a friend of ours, and reached out and said, hey, let me help y'all. What a great idea, what a great concept. Helped us come up with the name, and just kind of just helped us birth it bigger at the beginning, because it was, if you ever go back and see the first couple of shows, it's really like an agent came with us. We're in the loudest cafe ever
on Westheimer with traffic going.
Which one?
Empire.
Oh.
And so you take a lot of learning, with everything that you do. So the agent that was with us literally held his phone, or one of our cell phones, was recording us, so you can see the little movement. And the audio was so terrible.
Kind of learn as you go, basically.
Even the shows after that, when we were getting help, we were so nervous, and you can see it in our face and our voice, and
we would talk like how we are, or just enjoy coffee, and then the minute they would say, okay, you're on, we were just like,
we would freeze up and be like, well, what do we go?
What do we do?
And we tried the whole let's come up with an agenda, and then
you just got to be natural.
Year two, we're like, no,
I've seen you guys in your element. That's what everybody gravitates towards. That's the selling point. That's why people are going to tune in. That's why I tune in. The whole let's follow the script. I'm never about that. And then when you guys walked in, you're like, what are we going to do? I'm like, I'm just going to do it off the cuff.
We like that.
We like that.
I can't operate like that. I've done best man speeches that way. I've done my speeches at Runway Houston that way. I just think that if it's natural, it's genuine.
It comes from your heart.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we want. And I think the reason we ended up growing the way we have grown is because exactly what you said. Kim and I just share our personal stories. We're transparent. We you know,
Maybe too
we
much
make
so.
we make mistakes.
Yeah.
We definitely
Off show, what you were saying prior.
I forgot what I was
let's,
saying.
let's not get into that. Prepping for the shot.
Oh, yeah.
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 But you know, we're real. So
Dude,
that's what it is.
That's what people want, you know?
Yeah.
Social media, let's not even get into that. People portray something that they're not sometimes. And,
totally.
it's just refreshing to see somebody that's real and who they are.
Right.
And then when you meet you, aside from watching your show, it is who y'all are. So,
And that's my
Thank
biggest
you.
thing is,
That means a lot to us.
we want to be, well, like we said before the show, when you see us, we want you to realize that that's us.
Right.
And not this fictional character on Facebook Live.
Right.
so how long have y'all been doing it? You said after Harvey is like really when y'all
Yeah,
had
so
the
I think
idea.
we went live like September
September
2017.
20, yes, it was
Wow.
the end of
2
September.
years.
And so I just got that little, it was like a year and 8 months, or I don't
Yeah.
remember the countdown, but we
Flies
have
by,
done, and it is a weekly
Yeah.
live show. We go to a different coffee shop, even though now we have a little bit more of a rotation with our favorite shops. But it is a traveling show, and it is a lot of, you see the after, you know, or you see us live, but you don't see the behind the scenes,
Yeah.
which is getting, you know, the guests online, making sure marketing is done so that you can know that we're going to have a
We're
guest.
going to be live.
You know, it's all the equipment, all the things that we have to go through, the trials that we've gone through. But at the end of the day, I think the best part is that I get to do it with someone that I do respect and,
Yeah,
and
we
love.
really like each
We
other.
like each other. So that's the most fun.
We
really,
probably, I think yesterday, we're so busy because it is end of month for our realtor
Right.
community. So with her being in lending and me being in home warranty, like we're just focused on making sure our agents can get to closing on time
Yeah.
and that
I mean,
sort of stuff. So
even beside that, life gets busy.
Right.
You know, even when you're not dealing with your work and extra stuff like
right,
the
right,
Caffeinated Show.
yeah,
I have so much respect for you guys because you guys do it live every week.
Every week.
I'm not even doing that. We're going to pre-record our shows and lay them out in, weekly.
Right.
But we're pre-recording in a lump,
Right.
because I just can't even imagine with a 1-year-old in
Yeah,
real
he's
estate.
super cute.
And when Runway Houston comes around, so I have a lot of respect for you ladies to be able to do this every single week, weekly, like
Yeah.
live.
Right.
So
and I think that's
a big undertaking.
It
Thank
is,
you.
and we get that from we get feedback from
Right.
our peers that are like, man, I really respect the consistency
Right, the
Yeah.
consistency.
that you guys have. Even though some mornings I wake up, I'm like, wait, what are we doing today? Some Mondays.
Is it Monday?
Is it Monday already?
Or you're like, do we really need to record? I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
we need to do it.
So yesterday, I was gonna say that we told each other this week we need to focus on business, with
Right.
our realtors, and then we're gonna regroup next week and lay out our, like next 3 months for Caffeinated Show.
Yeah.
So this week but this is what happens between us is that our minds are wheels are constantly turning.
The gerbil's always running.
Always.
Yeah, this idea just popped up and like, I gotta call her right now. And I'll call her 10 times a day.
Or we'll text.
Or we'll
Like,
text.
I need to tell
Like,
you.
I need to get this, I need to say this now before I forget it.
Right.
And she's great about writing stuff down and I'm like, I'll write it down in a text and give it
Left
to
brain,
you.
right brain.
Yeah, exactly. And we feed off of each other's energy so well.
You got to have that
That's
person
true.
in your life.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I need to have.
That's not your spouse.
Right. Well, what's funny yesterday
Right.
is I went home after because I think we talked up until like maybe 9 o'clock last
Right.
night, and then we finally cut it off.
Like,
and-
see you in the morning.
Yeah, I'll just talk to you in the morning. And then I was out at Memorial running, and then I got home and I was telling my husband about
Right.
what you and I had talked about. And he said, "Well, fine, just cancel our trip and plan one with with Jeanette." And I was like, "Don't be jealous of Jeanette."
Why that's not even funny because that's reality.
It is.
I know when I got married, 2 weeks after, my wife had to go on a business trip,
Mm-hmm.
and of all places, it was Hawaii.
Oh, wow.
But you just have to go
And
with her.
she ended up going with her best friend, who
Oh.
wanted to tag along. And so I was like, oh, so we got married and you went on a honeymoon with your best friend to Hawaii.
Right.
That's too funny.
So that, I mean, that's true.
But
I mean,
it's true.
that happens, you know, that's
Well,
kind of funny, but.
Yeah.
And I think everyone that is in your life brings just different things
Right.
to you, to your life. And I always tell my daughter this. I said, we all have different friends that bring different ideas, creativity.
Right.
You know, you are able to enjoy maybe food with one person, you're able to enjoy sports with another.
Right.
And I feel that we are so lucky, like not just me and Kim, but even like her and her other friendships and me and my other friendships and work acquaintances and just business in general. If you take the opportunity to really like find out why there is that connection between you
Right.
and that person, and how are you helping their life,
Yeah.
and how are they helping yours, you can really just, you know, reach new heights. And I think that's what Kim and I have done, because we've known each other forever.
A long time.
And
Prior to real estate.
Yeah, prior to real estate. And these two loves brought us together, but it's really what we then discovered. We have a lot of other things that we love, that we find, you know,
That's
ourselves.
the whole 6
just-
degrees thing.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
Yeah,
absolutely
and
wonderful.
Houston's that perfect town for that.
Exactly.
Because I'm often finding, oh, you know that person? I'm like, yeah, how do you know them? I'm like, I've known them for years. And like, it's like surprised that you haven't
Right.
met that person.
Right. And then you can make the connection, which
Yeah.
is what we've been able to do.
Absolutely.
And I think this year our word for us, just as entrepreneurs or however you want to call it, has been inspire.
Right.
And I think what we've done
Right.
is been able to inspire others to either start their own show and connected. We've connected
Yeah.
a lot of great people that we know that wound up we've introduced, and then they turn out to be great friends and go off and do their own
Right.
thing.
Right.
And that's amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We love that. Because there are different friends in your life for different reasons.
Absolutely. To piggyback off what you said, the whole Inspire thing. I think I mentioned this when I was on your show previously for Runway Houston, talking
Right.
about me having a daughter and having strong role models. So again, I applaud you ladies for what y'all are doing. The arena is, you know, often hectic and sometimes can be male dominant. So
Yeah.
to see two women doing it in a refreshing aspect, and to do it weekly consistently is great. You know, we need this more in the world.
Yeah.
I am glad that my daughter's going to have that, and I hope it continues to progress.
Yeah, we
Thank
do too.
you.
Thank
Across
you.
the board, you know. So,
Yes.
well, ladies, it's been a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I mean it. You guys are an inspiration for a lot of people, and including me at this show. So I can't wait to stay tuned to what else you guys have.
Thanks.
How do guys get a hold of you? What's the
Yes.
handle?
Follow us on @the Caffeinated Show. So THE Caffeinated Show. We'll spell it out for you right under here.
On Instagram.
On Instagram, on Facebook. Obviously, we do it Facebook Live, but also on YouTube and on LinkedIn.
Yes, and
Awesome.
Twitter. I think we got a Twitter.
Oh, and Twitter, of course, yes.
Thank you
All
for
the
Twitter.
social platforms.
Thanks, ladies. I appreciate it. And
Thanks
until
for
next
having
time,
us.
what do you know?